Good morning, it's Pastor Bob Grenier from Calvary Chapel in Visalia, California. The book of 2 Peter is dedicated towards reminding people of the grace of God and also standing against the false teaching that opposed the teaching of the power and the coming of Jesus Christ. There were those who were denying the fact that Jesus is coming again and that God is going to judge the world. In the second chapter of that second epistle, it is devoted towards explaining who the false teachers are as to their character, their teaching, their actions, their ultimate doom, their effect upon other people. And in the 10th verse, Peter, speaking of them, says, "And especially those who walk according to the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise authority. They are presumptuous, self-willed. They're not afraid to speak evil of dignitaries." He goes on to say, "Whereas angels who are greater in power and might do not bring a reviling accusation against them before the Lord." So the false teachers are described as those who walk according to the flesh or underneath the power of their flesh. They're walking in the lust of uncleanness. That would be lasciviousness or sexual immorality. And then thirdly, they despise authority. In fact, he goes on to say that they're presumptuous and that they're self-willed or they're arrogant. And the last thing that he says about them is that they're not afraid to speak evil of dignitaries or those who are in positions of dignity. And he then compares them with angels, the holy angels in heaven, who are greater in power and might, of course, than these false teachers. But those angels don't even bring a reviling accusation against the false teachers before the Lord. That's all in 2 Peter 2, 10 and 11. It is interesting to see how the holy angels restrain themselves there with the Lord. They don't even bother to say anything against these false teachers, and they help to contribute to the wonderful, godly, peaceful, pure atmosphere of heaven. These false teachers are like natural brute beasts, Peter says, made to be caught and destroyed. They speak evil of things they don't understand, and they are going to perish in their own corruption. And he goes on to describe them as receiving the wages of unrighteousness. They have eyes full of adultery. They can't cease from sin. They entice unstable souls. They have a heart trained in covetous practices and are accursed children. It is not a pretty picture. In fact, it's a very sobering chapter, but it's a true chapter, and it's very, very important that we are made aware of it. God put it in the Bible, and it really does peel back the layers of deception, if you will, showing these false teachers. So that's 2 Peter chapter 2, verses 10 through 14. You might take a peek at it. And as John said in his epistles, "I have no greater joy than to hear that my children walk in the truth." So I pray that today is a day where you're walking in the truth. Jesus Christ, of course, is the truth. And may God richly bless you. May he cause his face to shine upon you. May he give you great peace. God bless you. Bye-bye.